Abuja, capital of Nigeria and seat of government, remains a mega infrastructure development city 43 years after the relocation of the capital of Nigeria from Lagos. Although construction activities came to a halt in 2015 owing to non-payment of contractors handling major roads in the Federal Capital Territory, the arrival of Malam Mohammed Musa Bello as the 16th Minister of the Federal Capital Territory changed the law in the infrastructure narrative. Armed with a tall order from President Muhammadu Buhari to ensure that all abandoned and ongoing projects, especially the ones that have positive bearing on the Nigerian people, be completed, the minister with his dedicated team swung into action. The result of his stewardship as FCT minister is the infrastructural revolution that has become the hallmark of Abuja today. But what is the motivation for these massive developments?
When we came in as an administration, and building upon the cardinal principle of our president on the need to develop infrastructure, because infrastructure is the catalyst for other developments and other multiplier activities. When we came in, we realized that Abuja, being a planned city, also had a number of key infrastructural projects that were commenced many years ago but had not been completed. So we gave priority to completing ongoing projects, particularly within this area called the FCC, that is the Federal Capital City, starting from the Central Business District and gradually radiating outside. Because if you see the way the city is planned using the district concept in phases. The main city proper commences from phase 1, where we have the Maitama, the Wuse, the Karki, and then of course phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. And these are divided through a system of ring roads. Ring Road 1 has been completed, Ring Road 2 is under construction but is usable. Ring Road 3 is under construction, and then Ring Road 4 is under planning stages. So what we have concentrated is phase 1, phase 2, and even phase 3 of the city to complete the ongoing projects. And if I could name a few, you will see that when this administration came in May 2015, you'll find that all the 3 major arterial roads into the city were not completed. So going to the city became a problem. We tried to complete a very important bridge at Kubwa, so that eased traffic into the city from the Zuba axis. We completed a series of bridges on the Murtala Mohammed Expressway, otherwise called the Airport Expressway. And if you look at the bridges at Aviation Village, bridges at some aspects of Kuje on the interchange, and then a number of bridges starting from the National Stadium right to the Central Business District. So that brought in ease of flow. And then of course on the popular Marabanyanya AYA access into the city.
Prior to his assumption as minister on the 11th of November 2015, construction work on most sites in the Federal Capital Territory had come to a standstill. What did the administration do differently that saw things come alive?
The man that is the president of this nation is a man that has been tested, a man of impeccable integrity, a man that is very, very honest, a man that is bound by his own word. Then, bringing it down to FCT, we have the Honorable Minister, Malam Mohammed Musa Bello. When he came, he decided to pay all the outstanding liabilities and to start making sure that he continued with the former projects. So if you watch what is happening in FCT generally, there's nothing like abandoned projects. For instance, we inherited more than 152 billion of which he has reduced it. He has paid up to 120. These are the contractors' domestic debts. We paid that to this moment. That is why you see all the different roads that was abandoned, being opened, being completed, being commissioned.
In specific terms, which road can we see visible difference as a result of the intervention of the present administration?
I think the number one certainly will be the Abuja Airport Expressway. I'm sure all persons within the FCT will recall when moving towards the airport from the city center, you have to do a lot of, all navigation and meandering through some of these blockades, diversions here and there, which in the past almost close to 1 year now, we have substantially been able to free all those diversions by completing the networks within which these places were left undone, to the level that you can now move from almost the city center into the airport without much disruptions or any issues, really, having achieved full completion of the entire stretch, including the flyover that takes you into the airport, which we call the Bill Clinton Drive, which also is just getting its own facelift in a very short while. That's the stretch between the flyover into the airport is also going to be given a very quick facelift to make sure that it complements with the entire Umar Yar'Adua Expressway outfit. I think the second one is the Inner Southern Expressway. When you come from the Yanyan axis across the AY area, you will notice that in the past you have to do a detour to go onto the Outer Southern Expressway to come back towards the the Ring Road 1, which is either the Lantata site yard and all the way towards the Apo Mechanics. But we managed and we got the support of the administration to open up the substantially completed portion across this Outer Southern Expressway. As you come out of the flyover of AYA, you can now move on to the ISEX, which is called the Goodluck Ebele Jonathan Expressway, and you are right into the city center, almost around the CBN. Many people come out and say, I have not known that. I have even passed AYA. I'm almost at either Ministry of Finance or the church area and CBN and what have you. So that is the result of what has happened, and I think it's a very good development for the development of the city of Abuja.
One defining attribute of the road infrastructure in the Abuja Master Plan is the existence of the northern and southern parkways. What does a parkway really mean?
Parkway is one of the freeways by character of application, which actually bisect the northern and the southern development corridors of the city of Abuja. Because the master plan presented the city like a crescent in which there is a northern development corridor and the southern development corridor. So within each of the development corridor, there is this dissecting road which links from the north down to the south. Just like the one that defines the outer boundary and on the north and the outer boundary on the south. So this parkway is within it. It starts from the end to the end, but it is a freeway. Wherever you are, once you are on the parkway, you can reach every nook and cranny of the city. It's supposed to be a freeway. And so far, only the aspect of the northern segment of it has been developed and put to use from the National Economical Center within the cultural spine of the central area, through the National Mosque, through the Umar Yar'Adua Center, up to the Ring Road 2. It has passed through Ring Road 1 to Ring Road 2. That segment has been developed. The remaining segment from Ring Road 2 to Ring Road 3, Ring Road 3 to Ring Road 4, Ring Road 4 to Onyx has not been developed. Similarly, the Southern Parkway, which is supposed to be from the National Economical Center, to take the loop around the NTA, around the Federal Capital Territory Administration Area edges or so through the Garki 1 and 2 axis up to Ring Road 1. There's a contract currently going on.
Rail transportation is globally believed to be the most efficient and cost-effective method of moving people, goods and services from point to point. To ensure seamless movement in the Federal Capital Territory, a multimodal transport system comprising air, land and rail transportation was captured in the Abuja Master Plan. What is the status of the Abuja Light Rail Mass Transport Project?
The railway project is also a very important infrastructure project ongoing now in Abuja. Based on the Abuja Railway Master Plan, a network of light rail for urban commuters was planned in 6 lots. Now we've been able to complete lot 1 and 3, which carries traffic from the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport into the city center to what we call a transportation center, where we have the metro station. From there also, along that route, and also the city center to Idu interchange, as well as the rail up to Bazango station. We have a total of 12 stations. So far we are using 3. The Idu station, the airport station and the central business district station called the metro station. But by the time the rolling stocks that we have ordered arrived, then all the 12 stations of lot 1 and lot 3 of the Abuja Light Rail system will have been functional, and that will really move massive numbers of people within the city. But ultimately, to complete the Railway Master Plan, we need to work on lot 2, lot 4, lot 5 and lot 6, totaling about 385 kilometers. Already these lots that I have mentioned to you covers a distance of about 47 kilometers. But don't forget that these are double tracks, standard gauge railway. So this is a very important infrastructure project that this administration has completed under the guidance and support of President Muhammadu Buhari, who holds infrastructure development very, very dear in his heart, especially railway, because he believes that once Nigeria is able to resuscitate and expand the railway network, then we have established a very solid foundation for economic development.
Although the Abuja Light Rail project has become a reality today, what did the administration do to revive the project that was stalled in 2015?
When we talk about our railway project, we inherited a lot of outstanding debts there, but we were able to pay up to 23.4 billion of the counterpart contributions in rail. That is why we'll be able to commission the Abuja Light Rail. Of course, you know that it is functioning now. So when you are coming into Nigeria, you can now enter train to come into the city center.
It is a well-known fact that no organization can perform optimally without training and retraining of our workforce to meet advancement in technology. How has the FCT administration fared in terms of capacity building?
One of the greatest gifts of this current administration, under the leadership of Honorable Minister of FCT, Malam Mohammed Musa Bello, is the training and building of human capacity, building the professionals, making sure that we have the best of civil servants. We are giving training in different areas of human endeavor. The Federal Training Center, even in Kubwa, has a chunk of it. We are sending people on study leave with pay and without pay. Professionals are being trained continuously. Approximately, we've trained more than 10,000 personnel of FCT in different fields of human endeavor. And it's a continuous program because we make sure that each time they go for training, they will come back and give reports, so that it's not as it used to be. You must go for the training and you must prove that you've learned something from those training.
Staff welfare, especially prompt payment of salaries, is a morale booster in any organization. The FCT administration is reputed to be on top of its game in these aspects. What is the ministry doing differently?
The Honorable Minister believes that an average worker deserves his wage. So principally what he does is to make sure before we do anything, we will set aside the salary of workers so that we will pay on or before 20 or 25th of every month.
Security of life and property is the primary function of government. How has the FCT managed to maintain the relative peace residents are enjoying in the capital of Nigeria and seat of government?
All the security agencies were having synergy between each security agencies. We pay for logistics. And in most cases, most of what we are doing is not something that we will be talking in the public. But we are making sure that in spite of the pressure we are having from different parts of the country because of insurgency, we are collaborating with all the security agencies to make sure that there is a continuous monitoring and show of force in different strategic areas, so that you see police strategically positioned with their vehicles. All these things goes to show that there's a lot of logistic activities going on. We make sure we give them all the necessary logistic attention.
And what is the administration's message to all residents of the Federal Capital Territory?
I believe in one Nigeria. I believe in unity. I believe that we are brothers keeper, and we must make sure that we keep Abuja safe for every person to be safe. So we want everybody to work with us. If you have any problem anywhere, we have call centers. Give us information so that we will promptly give the attention that is needed. Above all, the security agencies are watching.
And it is on this note that we round off today's episode of the program. We thank you for watching.